Everyone else, welcome Jason Meyer, Meyer Renovation. Jason is a Wells County native, has grown up here all his life, and now has a fantastic family, married to his wonderful wife Cassandra, three beautiful girls, and owner of Meyer Renovation. Jason, how you doing?
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Good, good. Let me start asking you if you are an iPhone or an Android user.
iPhone.
iPhone.
Yep.
See, this is why we're friends. Of course, I like iPhone too. Tell me the last app that you downloaded.
The last app I downloaded would have to be, let me look. Pitch Factor, to find a pitch of a roof, actually.
Look at you, always working. All your
I
all your
guess.
apps are for work.
I don't know.
So speaking of that, then, if you had to choose only 3 apps on your phone to keep, which ones would they be?
I would say GPS for one. I road bike, so a Zwift app that keeps track of my miles.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I guess maybe Contacts. That's not an app though, really, huh?
I think Facebook. I think stick
Facebook.
with Facebook.
Yeah.
I think stick with Facebook.
Facebook.
Tell me about that Zwift app. So I know you're a biker and you got a whole bike crew, a gnarly biker gang. But what does that trips takes your trips and keeps?
It does. It's
yeah.
like a GPS factor. It keeps track of all your miles you put in for the year, and then how fast you're going. And in the bike world, you can share to other people. So it's
Are you more road bike now?
road bike, yeah.
Yeah. So
More
you
mountain
say
bike.
that. How fast? if you're cruising, you're heading to the lake or something.
Yep.
How fast are you cruising down the road?
We average right around 19 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Gotten up to 45 mile an hour, and sometimes on a windy day it's 16 mile an hour. So it just varies.
You've got up to 45 miles an hour on a
little bit of
downhill.
hill here, yeah, downhill for sure, but
Wow.
yeah, it's fun. It's intense.
That's crazy. That really is crazy to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Biker crew. Yeah. Turn back the clock with me just a little bit. Tell me about Jason Meyer before Meyer Renovation. How you got from there to where you are today.
So, in my younger days, between sports, I was mandatory that I had a job. If I was not in sports, that was my upbringing. So, my family member, my uncle, owned a construction company in the commercial world for the most part, and so we did a lot of demo, and I was brought up around construction pretty much my whole life. So. We demoed out stores at the Glenbrook Mall to downtown work to all over. So that's where it started. I became a union glazer, so I put in windows and doors, storefront, commercial world. So, and then in 08-ish, I started doing construction on the side, and it pretty much rolled into a full-time job, I guess, of construction in 2010. 2011, that era, I guess. So, yeah, that's kind of where it all started. So it's in my blood, I guess.
So this is your 10th anniversary of officially starting Meyer Renovation at that point.
Correct.
And you started with just yourself, as a lot of people do in different fields. They start doing side work. Somebody finds out they did a good job, they had a good price, then they're like, hey, can you do this for me? And that's where the love of your business actually starts, and you got to love what you're doing, or you wouldn't be doing that for sure.
Yeah.
But so that's really cool. At what point, if this is your 10th anniversary there, at what point did you graduate from being just the guy to now the owner?
So we grew it all word of mouth, very blessed and thankful for our customers in the past and moving forward. But we just grew and grew and grew, and so it came where we need to hire, and so we hired a guy, and then we grew, and we needed to hire another guy, and then I was in the field. And it's hard to answer phones and do the work and the everyday hustle of owning a business. So we needed to get more organized in the office, and that's when we started hiring the in-office staff, project managers, and we grew to kind of where we're at now. So it's been a neat ride, and yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic in the construction business to see where you have come from, and still can keep your thumb on all the projects that are going on. And I know that's a challenge too, for sure, just to keep track of things. But that's why you have a great team behind you at this point.
Definitely a great team.
Yeah, and you are lucky for that too. Talking about challenges, though, you're a full service builder, and everything from a simple front door replacement to a custom built home or a commercial building. But what do you see as the biggest challenge in the construction industry today?
Today, I would say prices. Price is a big factor right now. It does change everything. We've seen it grown throughout the years, obviously, but just price is a big factor right now. I do say the DIYs and that kind of changed things as far as our customer expectations when they show overhead and 3D images and different applications like that. They say, I want that, and a lot of that is custom. So that brings us back to our custom work that we do is due to a lot of that Instagram and so
Pinterest,
yes, big time. So that makes a challenge, but I love that. It's fun. I love to see an image and put it in their project, and then see they look almost the same, So it's full custom most of the time. Not always, but a lot of the time. So it's fun.
You have some neat programs or software where you can visually help people visualize what's going to happen before it happens too, and take that dream that they see on Pinterest and actually put it into something that's going to become reality. So that's really a neat feature that you offer, for sure.
And that is a big factor to our customers. They see that, and we can show that project, maybe not as over glorified as they do on HGTV, but we could show it if they have a certain tile they like, and we put that in our program. It'll show that tile on the floor. So it's big. It definitely helps. It sets us aside to most companies.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, if I was a homeowner, I am a homeowner. if I was a homeowner and I'm looking to increase the value of my home, what would you think the best project is out there for me, or the best bang for my buck? Like, for instance, maybe I wanted to sell my house, so I'm at this point looking for the best bang for my buck. Yeah. What do you think?
First off, kitchen and bathrooms is the best thing for a home. It brings it back to life on each aspect. But as far as if you were to sell your house, I would say more cosmetic countertops and hardware on your cabinets, to painting, or in a bathroom, just updating again the countertop or painting, and it goes a long way. Lighting, so floor coverings, but that's a big factor too.
So just even some simple cosmetics like changing the hardware and some fresh paint on something really would be.
Oh yeah, a new faucet in the kitchens and baths. It brightens it up. It brings it back. So yeah.
So people sometimes hesitate to ever even call a contractor. For one, they feel like that now that they've called you, they have to go with you, something like that. But sometimes they want to just know how much something costs. Give me an idea, and I'll ask you a few different ones, but just some simple projects, a general. I'm not going to pin you down to any specific numbers, but for instance, what might a front door, an entry door, a side door to a garage cost to change?
The door can vary from $150 to $2,000, but for a swap out, anywhere from right around $150 to it just depends on the application, but around $150 to install.
Okay. How about a bathroom project, maybe just a bathroom renovation? And again, I understand too that could be, you could have a half bath or a hallway bath on up to a master bath with a walk-in tile. But talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, like your hallway bath would be in the ballpark of maybe $4,800 or so for a hallway bath remodel, a refresh, I would say. Up to a custom full-out bathroom could be, way more than that, or walk-in shower, whatnot in the bathroom. It goes up from there.
So kitchen would be another one that would really get somebody to call you. They want to change cabinets. Changing cabinets maybe isn't always the answer. You can do refacing, you can do painting, but a typical kitchen renovation, and I'm not talking at this point an elaborate kitchen, but maybe what price wise could somebody start at the bottom with?
Yeah, so a reface of cabinetry, countertops, faucets, floor coverings, in the ballpark of maybe around $7,000-8,000, and it can go full out custom to new cabinets and hard surface tops. And
I've actually seen some of your work on custom kitchens, and I can see that with the countertops that you are able to let people choose from. The possibilities are endless there, and I'm sure you could go very, very full out custom. The last thing I would think about a project that most people would be interested in would be maybe an outdoor space or a deck or something like that. Again, I know there's so many different choices, but if somebody was just wanting a ballpark idea, what would a deck project maybe start at?
Again, you can go from simple to elaborate on decking, from treated to composite, but your typical treated deck, starting from maybe $4,500, and again, lumber's up a little bit now, so it could be more than that depending what you go with, but on up. So from composite to the railing styles to the whole thing could be, again, composites is more, but yeah, just your typical deck.
There's a lot of choices out there for outdoor space, and with what we've been going through the last year, outdoor space is really really catching on. More people are outdoors. One of the biggest complaints that I hear, and some other people will hear about contractors, and not you specifically, but contractors in general, is that they're not calling me back. I can't get a hold of them. How would you respond to that if you heard someone say that, or what do you think makes your team different or capable of handling that better?
Yeah, good question. So we do hear it from customers that call us. Well, I've called other people and we haven't heard back, and so it is definitely an obstacle there. I'm not saying we're absolutely perfect, but our team is. This is one of the reasons why we hired the office staff, the project managers, to manage this. Years past. So. Our project managers all have a phone that can receive calls. Our team gets back usually that same day and are estimating on the job within a week. So we take pride in getting back to each customer and to their house or project very fast. The estimating, that could getting back the estimate could take a little longer due to the size, and if it's a new construction house or just a front door, you never know. But yeah, so we take pride in getting back sooner than not, or for sure getting back, I should say.
I've heard good things and had quick responses there for sure, and I know that sometimes all those folks want is a simple text. Yep, we're working on it, and I know. All your crew does that very well too. Texting is an option.
And we might be on a roof or on a ladder or something. We might not answer it, but I would say 90% of the time we have a call back within an hour or two. So
yeah, and that's kudos to your team for sure. Having different roles, different responsibilities in there, where one person is unable to do that at the time, somebody else could step up and fill that void. So we're a year into COVID. COVID-19 now. Did that affect your business? Did it make it stronger? I mean, people being home maybe started to recognize all these things. It's like, oh, this looks terrible around here.
Yeah.
What is your overall thoughts, the COVID versus construction and your business?
Well, the virus has not been fun, that's for sure. We are fortunate because you're right. People were at home and saying, "Oh, I don't remember it being like that," but they've not been home to stare at this project or whatnot. So yeah, we actually grew from I don't want to say from the virus, but in the last year. From smaller projects, I would say, and then also our new construction side has grown, maybe because they're seeing their house and they're realizing this is too small, we can't all be here, or I need an office space, so let's build a new house for that reason only. But yes, it's very unfortunate to some companies out there, for sure, on what the virus has done, but it's been good for us other than pricing a material. Material is a little bit harder to get a hold of. It's still, we can still get a hold of it, but it's weeks or so longer than it has been in the past.
So that puts a damper on scheduling, let alone the prices of something, and that's COVID related. Then you're saying too, because they weren't working to make that material.
Correct. Yeah.
So that put a slowdown on everything.
One thing we've had to do is order a lot of material that we would not have had to order, and so we're sitting on that material a lot longer than we would in the past, because we could get it within a week. Now it might take a month, so we might be sitting on a big bulk of material for multiple projects in-house. We keep it in-house, and then we didn't have to do that before. So yeah, but.
I'm going to go ahead on a limb here and guess a little bit too, because I have seen some people that in the past 6 months or so that wanted to do some of these do-it-yourself projects. So they wanted to maybe purchase lumber, and they couldn't purchase lumber to build a deck or something like that. Is it because you're a builder that you would have first access to some of that?
Maybe more options, I would say. I don't know if we'd have the first. That's a hard question. I would say we'd have more options to get it than a homeowner, coming from different avenues, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense. The latest round of stimulus checks are coming out, so people are going to be getting $1,400, $2,800, and hopefully they've got 3 kids, so they're getting about $6-7 grand. And that's all good and bad of where that stimulus money is coming from. But people again want to put that back into our economy. They want to do things with it, and hopefully they have been doing well throughout all this, and they can actually put that to some good use. What kind of projects would you recommend for that's a good chunk of money?
It is, yeah. If you were to want to invest it into your home or remodel or a new construction part of your new construction. Before, we've seen a lot of decks. We did, because it was kind of getting towards the beginning of the summer, so we've seen a lot of decks the first time. Painting, a lot more painting, again resurfacing or the countertops and sprucing up different items, but a lot of interior projects. We had some outdoor porches / kitchen projects that we did do, but yeah.
Have you gotten a call that says, how big of a deck can I build for $4,200?
We have had a customer say, I have a budget of about, I don't remember what it was, $4,600, and yeah, but that's okay. It's good. You are putting it back into the economy, and that's what it's for.
I think that's great too. Putting it back into the economy for the time that we can, putting it back into your own home to make that worth more. Housing prices right now are higher than we've ever seen them. Interest rates are still low, so I mean that's the best investment you can probably make is something into your home. Jason, Tell the people how to get a hold of you. I'm sure they can find you online, but tell them how to get a hold of you.
So our contact number would be 260-307-1201. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, on our email or our website. You can go to our website and find us and find pictures and progress updates. And so yeah, feel free to give us a call on your next project.
Jason Meyer, Meyer Renovation. If you build it, he will come.
Thank you very much, Mike.